Hey, all you beautiful folks out there. So, actually, I just wanted to jump on tonight and just to touch base with you, maybe encourage your heart just a little bit before we turn in for the night. And if you see this tomorrow, then I hope it falls at the exact time that you're meant to see it in your day. I can tell you that one of the most beautiful things that I have seen take place in my journey from the desk to the food truck, which we're coming along, you guys. We're not going to be able to launch on, actually, we're about a week from our original date, and we were hoping for July 4th. But you know what? Arkansas happens and things come up. Challenges and obstacles present themselves, and you know what, that's what we talk about every single day, is how do we face those. So we're facing them head on, and we're keeping the joy of our experience right in our face at all moments. And so yes, the truck is coming along, but the journey from the desk to the food truck, one of the most beautiful things that I've seen is that me going after my dream, my face is hurting, I can't quit smiling. Me going after my dream has simply opened the door for other people to learn new things, to experience things that they've never experienced before, to have a little bit of responsibility on their shoulders and to follow through, i.e., watching themselves grow in maturity and in life. And that's just one tiny little thing that to me is so enormous. It's so much bigger than a food truck. You guys, every single part of this life, something as simple as a career change, has the power to completely touch and encourage thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. If you're out there, you're going to school for something your heart's desire cannot ignore. You focus in. You know what it is that you want. Don't let homework, don't let tests, don't let a bad grade get you discouraged. Don't let the financial part of your cosmetology thing you're going after hold you back. You figure out how to do it. If it's the desire of your heart, the answer is there on how to do it. Get in, dig in, figure out what it's going to take for you to go after your dream. And it's not just you that is affected through that. Isn't it beautiful, you guys, how we truly are one? That my journey touches this person's journey, and their person's journey touches their person's journey, and it really does circle back around. It is how life works. And if you're out there and you've made a big step to move from working in a career to go home with your children, that's the desire of your heart. It is winning. Why? Because it's the desire of your heart. That doesn't mean you're not going to hit financial bumps in the road, that you now need to use the God-like wisdom, God's wisdom that's in there to figure out a resolution for. It's about removing all the resistance for what the desire of your heart really is and diving into it and listening and acting and reacting in the true nature of who you are. You're here to experience the desires of your heart. Who told you that you had to suffer? Who told you that you had to go without? Who told you that being a Christian meant that you have to have this big burden and that things don't flow? God's life, which is your life, is meant to flow freely. When it hits an obstacle, it's meant to naturally flow around, through, under, above, beneath, around, or swirl up in the air and catapult over the top of the sucker. If your life is not going in a fluid motion, there's something going on for you to figure out what it is so that it can. And that's good news. If you're out there and your kids are graduated and maybe you're 50 years old and you're taking the step to go to RN school, if that's the desire of your heart, It's what you're meant to do, and favor is yours. Don't get burdened down by the fact that you can't even remember how to add 2 plus 2, nevertheless figure out this like life-saving measurement. Focus. Dive in. Don't doubt yourself. If it's the desire of your heart, the answers and solutions will come. Do you hear me? Don't you lose focus. Don't you let the obstacles and the burdens that show up come at you with some kind of devastating effect. Resistance is in our life to show us what we want. That's it. It's there to show you what you want. So look at the situation, figure out what it is you want, focus in on the fact that you are a problem solver. It's just who you are. And face it, overcome it, flow across it, above it, beneath it, swirl up, go on. And you rock out the desires of your heart. It's what you're here to do. I love you. Do it. You guys have a beautiful night.